Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you here and I'm equally excited to be here as well. In today's video, we are going to be creating this beautiful, stunning bridal look. The inspiration behind this shoot is to create a neutral toned full beat fit for a bride. As with any makeup routine, the process begins with skin preparation, which involves cleansing, hydrating, moisturizing, and priming before applying foundation and concealer. In this video, I have taken the time to ensure that you guys get visuals for all the products I will be using for this glam session. Hence, the product pop up on the side of the video. I want to take this time to encourage you guys to please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button on your screen so that this video can get recommended to others. Please share this video with all your friends. Let everybody in your circle see it so that you can help my video and my channel to grow. Thank you so much. Back to our makeup session. So here I am hydrating under Tilayo's eyes. The name of my model is Tilayo. Isn't she gorgeous? So I'm hydrating her under eye, ensuring that that part of the face has as much moisture as possible, because it's very important. You know that what goes there is the setting powder, and the setting powder is more like an oil soaker. So that part of the face needs to have as much moisture as possible to ensure that no creasing gets to happen. To bring back glow to the skin after priming, I use the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum. You can also use this product by mixing it into your foundation. However you choose to use the product, you'll be getting the same result, which is a healthy looking, radiant skin. Now, to cover her tough spots, I decided to use a concealer. This concealer is by e.l.f. and it's slightly like a shade darker than her skin tone, just to cover up our hyperpigmentation and spots around her mouth and some other tough spots on her skin. For the foundation, I used the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear foundation in the shade Macao. So I wanted a really radiant soft finish, and so I used a really minimal amount of foundation while evenly distributing it across her face with a foundation brush, and further blended it in with a beauty blender. To contour her face, I'm using a black opal contour stick in the shade Ebony Brown. I'm focusing on her cheekbone and her nose. Tilayo does not particularly need contour on her jawline, neither does she really need it on her forehead. So as for her forehead, I'm going to be doing more of bronzing than contouring. If you are still watching at this point, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you are new here, ensure you subscribe. Thank you. Now moving on, I'm going to be highlighting her face with the Lancôme All Over Concealer in the shade 435. The highlight placement is for under the eye, the bridge of her nose, forehead, and the chin. Now I'm using the same damp beauty sponge I used for blending the foundation to seamlessly blend the product into the areas that are meant to be highlighted. To add color and dimension to the face, I'm applying the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in Bronze Bombshell on the apples of the cheek. I absolutely love this blush. Now, before blending the blush, I'm placing the brightening concealer under the eye with the Too Faced concealer in Cookie. So I'm just going to leave it there to get slightly tacky, and then I'm going to go ahead to blend my blush. That blush is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It blends seamlessly into the skin, and it doesn't, bring any patchiness or any, make your foundation or your concealer or contour, whatever it is you have under the skin, to move. It's absolutely flawless, blends like a dream. Fantastic product. Fantastic. I'm sure you can tell how much I love it by the review I'm giving about it. It's flawless. Now, for under the eye, I'm going to be blending. So the concealer is already tacky now, so I'm just going to blend that a bit with the brush to help with proper placement before I now go in with my beauty blender or beauty sponge to properly blend it before setting. It is important to note that before setting the under eye, you want to ensure that you properly blend the under eye before placing your setting powder. Now, this part of the video will show you what I mean. So you want to first of all use your beauty blender to set your under eye, ensure that there are no lines under the eyes before you then go in with your setting powder. If you don't do that, if you don't properly blend under the eyes, you're going to end up with a creased under eye, and whatever you set is what you're going to end up with. So if you don't properly blend your under eye before you go in with your setting powder, you're going to have lines under the eyes, which will mean that your under eye is creased and then might end up breaking up before, you know, the end of the day. Before maybe you have to carry your makeup for 5 hours or 6 hours, before the end of the 6 hours, maybe before you even leave the house, under your eyes would have already cracked up, which is not something that you would want. Now that the face is well powdered, I'm going in with my blush from Juvia's Place, and I'm just placing that directly on the apple of the cheek, and I'm bringing it forward. Now the reason I'm using this smaller brush to apply the blush is because I want to marry my blush to my eyeshadow. So that part of the eye is going to contain my eyeshadow. That inner corner, that like the inner view of the eye, it's going to have my eyeshadow as well, and I'm using my blush to ensure that that blush gets into that area, and then there can be an easy smooth transitioning from the eyes into the blush and all of that. So by the end of the makeup, you see what I mean, because you need to be able to transition in all your colors. The bronzer I'm using here is from McGrath, and it's just helping me tying my look together. I'm using it to warm up my forehead and also placing it on the blush as well as the contour. After that, I decided to set the skin, so that will help me bring down all the powder that's been on the face, to just calm it down before I now go ahead to bake under the eye. So the baking is going to be done as well as when I'm putting in my eyeshadow. Like in the process of putting my eyeshadow, my baking is getting done. So here I applied my eye primer, and then I'm going in with my transition colors. So this is the eyeshadow palette that I used. I just got flashed now. It's from Annie's Beauty. It's a Ghanaian brand. It's an absolutely beautiful palette, and it's their bridal palette. It's so nice. It contains a lot of neutral colors and a bit of warm tones as well, and it's just perfect for creating any bridal look that you might want to create. So for this look, I didn't want it to be too natural. I just wanted a bit of like a pop of color, but not too much color. So which is why I used the warm tone, which is like the orange, the browns. So I was trying to add in a bit more depth on the corners of the eye here, and then I went in with that nude, pinkish nude kind of color on the eye. So it's not so pink, but then it's not so brown as well. It's just something in between, like a beige kind of color. I absolutely love it. I hope you like it too. So the eyeshadow was beginning to look like cut crease, and I didn't want that, so I went in to blend the crease with the color on the eyelid. I went in with that another brown to just diffuse that area very well and not give me that cut crease kind of look. So at the end of the day here, I really didn't like the way it was looking matte and overly soft, so I went in with a very soft shimmer from another shimmery eyeshadow. It's not from that palette, it's actually from the McGrath Queenship something palette, I think. Yeah, that's it. I'll put it in the description box. So now that we're done with the eye look, just dusting off the excess of the setting powder, and that's basically it before we go in with we're not on the brows. I totally forgot about the brows. So I went very soft-handed on this brow, nothing too extra, just enhance a natural brows and just filling where there are sparse brows. Basically that was what I did, nothing too over the top. To highlight her brows, I went in with the same concealer I used for highlights. I mixed it a little bit with the foundation that I used on her, just to soften the brightness of the concealer. And when I was done, I blended it with the eyeshadow that I had used to on the eyelid area, just to marry the concealer together with the eyeshadow and just give it that seamless one kind of look. That's what your makeup is meant to, you know, give at the end of the day. It's supposed to give this wholesome one look, not that your blush is here, your highlight is there, your contour is there. Everything is supposed to have, you know, you're supposed to be able to marry all your product placements and make it into one. With a brown lip pencil, I can't remember the name of this pencil, I think it's from NYX, I outlined the lips of Delia and blended it with a crease like kind of brush. I just found this brush in a store, I can't even remember the name. I think I bought it in Superdrug, and it does well for helping me blend my pencils and all that, because it has a very sturdy mouth and it just does what you need it to do. With this Maybelline Super Stay lip stain, I applied, I think it's in the shade 60, and then I went in with a brighter color just to make it brighter. That's the center of the lip, and that was basically it. I glossed this lip, blended it together, glossed it, and we came out with this stunning look on Delia. I hope you guys like this look as much as I love it. I hope you love it as much as I love it, not like, because she looked absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this post. I love you, and I'm going to keep coming back here to give you content. Even if you don't watch my video yet, I'm going to keep coming, so you better support me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching to the end. I love you so much. You guys have a blessed day. Bye.